Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammed Afzal. I'm a solution architect at Cisco and part of Computing System Product Group. Today, I'm going to show you the demo on Spark 3.0. Spark 3.0 with NVIDIA offers GPU isolation and scheduling for Spark executors. With Hadoop 3.1, Yarn can also schedule and use GPU resources. Not only that, Yarn UI also shows GPU information, both at the cluster level as an aggregate resource, as well as at an individual node level. To easily manage the deep learning environment, Yarn launches the Spark 3.0 applications with GPU. This demo uses MNIST datasets stored in HDFS to be trained using TensorFlow models in Spark. TensorFlow and Spark enable distributed deep learning on cluster of GPU and CPU servers. It enables both distributed TensorFlow training and inferencing on Spark clusters. Let's begin by launching the Yarn GUI. Before we start our application, let's visit Cluster Overview to see how much resources we have available in the cluster and managed by Yarn. This is Cluster Overview. When we scroll down, we can see the resources available at the cluster level. As you can see, the memory, vCores, and the GPU. There are a total of 4 GPU available in this cluster. Let's go to the Nodes tab and see the details about the resources available at the node level. In this setup, we actually created 2 nodes that runs Spark 3.0 job and applications. So let's go into the detail of one of the node, which is Spark 01. When we go in there, we can see the resources available at the node level. The memory, the vCores, and the GPU. There are 2 GPUs available in each of these 2 nodes. Let's go to the GPU information tab to take a look at the more detailed view of the GPU. So there are 2 GPUs. One is Tesla P100, and the other one is Tesla T4. Now let's go back to our application tab. And now let's submit the application. We are going to submit this application through this script. Before we execute this script, let's walk through some of the parameters specified in this script. We are going to run this application by requesting number of executors equals to 2. So it's going to be 2 executors. And there will be 2 GPUs per executors, and there will be 2 GPUs available per task. Furthermore, the job will be running in a cluster mode and will be scheduled by Yarn. Let's run this script. Let's go back to the Yarn UI. Let's refresh it. As you can see, the job has been submitted successfully and is currently in the running state. Before we go into the detail of the job, let's go back to the Cluster Overview tab. As you can see, all the GPUs are currently being utilized. Previously, it was available. Let's go back to the Application tab. Click on the application. Click on the attempts. As you can see, there are 3 containers running. One is the Spark driver, which is running in the App Master, and the 2 are executors. Let's click one of the executors. This particular container is running in Spark 01 node. Right-click on it and launch the Node Manager UI for this particular node. As we can see, when we scroll it down, the GPU of this node are also being used. Let's go back to the Yarn GUI. Let's go into the log view. click on the standard error file, and you can see that the training is currently being performed. Let's click on Application tab and click on Application Master, which is actually running the Spark driver as well. This actually launched the Spark dashboard, and you can see the event timeline when the executor driver was added and when the executor 1 and 2 are added. When we go to this executor tab, we can actually see more details about which node is actually running the driver and which nodes are actually running the 2 of the executors. We can also launch the standard error right from here as well. Click here for full log. As you can see that the whole log is showing the training is currently being performed inside the container. Let's go back to our view on the application we submitted. What's the state? The application is still running. It is just completed, as you can see. It is succeeded. Let's go back to the Yarn GUI, refresh it. Application has been completed successfully. Let's go back to the cluster overview. When the application is finished successfully, as we can see, the resources are also returned back to the cluster. That's the cluster overview. We can also verify it by going to the node view, by going into one of the specific node. And as we can see that at the node view level, the resources are also returned to the node for the next job to be submitted. That concludes this demo. Thank you for watching. Bye.